Hi ladies, it's Courtney here from Love Yourself Lean with LYL coach Rachel, and this is your core assignment number 1 for the Tighter Tummy program. We're going to help you ladies become more mindful about how to engage your deepest, most core muscles, your transverse abdominis muscles. So when you're looking at trying to get a tighter tummy and a smaller waist, us as ladies tend to focus on the rectus abdominis, so the front abdominals. So those are the nice, sexy six-pack muscles that you see that sit on the front of your deepest, most core muscles. So we're not going to focus on those front muscles, those front abdominal muscles, the ones that have the six-pack. What we're going to be focusing on is what happens behind those, which is your transverse muscles. So if you're really looking at creating a tight, toned, V, hourglass shape waist, you really want to learn how to engage those both when you're doing your core exercises, but also in everyday functional activities, whether you're sitting at your desk, driving in a car. So what we're going to do with this first core assignment is teach you how to engage those transverse muscles and to give you a couple of exercises that we want you to do so you can learn to mentally engage those throughout your day as well as when you're doing your workout as well. So we're going to give you a couple of demonstrations of how to do that, and your first core assignment is going to be to do this every single day for the next 12 days and commit to about 10 minutes a day to doing it. So we'll show you how to do it, and then we certainly want you guys to commit to following through for the next 12 days and hopefully after the 12 days. So your transverse muscles, they act as a corset. So it's just imagine that there's a corset around my waist now, or Rachel's waist, and we're tightening up this corset. So the tighter you make that corset, the more you're going to be engaging your transverse muscles. So the more contracted your abdominals are going to be. So that's what we really want to practice. So I want you to think of your core as a corset, and what we're trying to do is just tighten it up and tie it in. So imagine that you have a string and it's tied to your belly button. So we're going to do it from the side so you can see it. So imagine that there's a string tied to your belly button and we're pulling it through our back. And I'm actually going to lift my shirt so you get to see my nice round belly at 37.5 weeks. Because it's really important. I want you to also look in the mirror so you can become, again, more visually aware of what this is supposed to look like when you're doing it properly. So I'll lift up my shirt so you can see my big round belly, little baby Nathan. So imagine I've got a string here and I'm pulling it. So right now I've got a relaxed belly. So it's nice and relaxed. It's kind of chilling out, baby's hanging out in there. So what I want to do now is I want to tighten that corset by pulling the string from my belly button through the mid part of my back. So just watch what happens when I do that. So I'm just going to vacuum in. So my belly actually becomes much smaller. This is an exercise that is fantastic for prenatal moms because it's really going to help you strengthen that core through the 9 months of your pregnancy as your belly grows. But it's also the same exercise going to help you get your tight tummy after baby, but also for our regular clients who aren't pregnant as well. So it's again becoming more mindful of that core engagement. So right now I've been holding it while I've been talking to you, so I'm not holding my breath, so I'm not vacuuming in and sucking in my breath and almost crunching down. I'm actually standing or sitting up nice and tall and vacuuming it in, and I'm still able to communicate with you. So that's really, really key. So your assignment is to hold this position for about 10 seconds and then relax. So you can see that my belly's relaxed. So I'm going to take a big inhale in, pull a string in, so you're coming in and up. You're not crunching down, it's in and up. Just like that. And again, hold it for 10 seconds and release. So you want to do that about 8 to 10 times. Again, sitting at your computer or when you're driving. You want to associate a time of which you're going to do that if you're going to execute this assignment and this challenge over the next 12 days. So in front of your computer is a great one. When you're having your lunch, when you're driving in the car, so maybe you practice it at every stoplight. Just try to really commit to finding a time throughout the day where you're going to stay committed to following through and doing it. So I showed how to do it with a pregnant belly, and Rachel's going to demonstrate how to do it with a non-pregnant belly. And so I'll get Rachel to slide in the center here so I can help demonstrate. So again, you want to do this in a seated position, but to start, because it's a little easier to learn it when you're sitting down. Mm-hmm. But what you want to learn is what you need to be able to do is once you've mastered the art of pulling in these transverse muscles, that you can do it standing, you can do it walking. You should be able to have that sort of mind-body connection to keep it pulled in and throughout your daily activities. What it actually does too, and I should mention, is that it changes your posture. So if you want a nice thin looking waist, just by vacuuming it in, pulling in those transverse muscles, you stand up taller and you'll look much slimmer in your waist. So it's also about correcting your posture and helping you correct your posture as well. So Rachel, go ahead. So Rachel's just going to pull up her shirt, and she's very comfortable doing so, right? For the world to see. All right, so she's going to pull her shirt up. So now what she's going to do, she's going to give me a nice relaxed belly. So relaxed belly, right? And it's hard for her because she has such good control. As you know, she's a yoga instructor, so they're all about core strength. So it was hard for her to kind of just let it hang out. So that's her nice and relaxed belly. So what she's gonna do now is, again, that imaginary string, we're gonna pull it through. And I just want you to watch what happens to her waist now. So big inhale, and she vacuums in. So you see how much more narrow and slim her waist is now? So again, she'll hold that for a good 10 seconds, and then she'll release it. There you go. Blow it out, exaggerated. So that's a relaxed belly. So again, we're gonna pull that string in and up. So you see how that really made her nice and tall, and it really corrected her posture. So it opened up her chest, her upper back is nice and flat, and again, she's nice and long and lean and narrow in her waist. So that's really important when you're really trying to create that nice slim waist. Again, you signed up for this Tighter Tummy program because you want a nice, small, tight little waist. The key to doing that is really mastering the art of engaging your transverse abdominis muscles. So good luck with your assignment number 1. We do look forward to you letting us know how you did on the Facebook group, and stay tuned for assignment number 2 tomorrow.